My name is Elena Telemante, and I serve at St. Francis of Assisi in Namur, New Mexico. I'm a second year member with NDMVA, and I did a second year mostly because in starting it, I did part of my first year. I wanted to do 1 year volunteering, move on, go to school, go to law school. But at some point, I realized that I had just brushed the surface. I was seeing so much growth in my students. I felt so effective. I knew that I was somewhere where I was doing something good, that I was helping, that people were learning, and not just like in school, because I do teach 7th and 8th grade, but learning to handle themselves, learning to grow, learning to build something greater. And I realized that I was just barely scratching the surface, and that 1 year really wasn't enough to be effective, to give all that I could really give to the community that I serve at. And so it was really, I felt I was called, called to come back, called to keep going, called to continue the work, and recognize that you don't get results from a short period of time. You don't get results from being there for 1 year and then moving on. But through being consistent, being an actual presence in the community, and somebody that students can come to trust, come to love, come to believe in themselves through you, and seeing that you're there, believing in them for an extended period of time. And so I did my second year. We work with primarily students from the Hickory Apache Nation, which is a tribe in northern New Mexico, and it is one of the wealthier tribes across the United States. One of the greatest challenges is just that they are, coming from reservations, they face generational trauma, they face just difficulties. It's a small, very rural sect of the United States, and so we all are facing the same problems. We at the school face very different problems than they face on the reservation. At the school, we have problems like water shortages. We have problems like the electricity goes out. We face higher gas bills. We're on the reservation. They have their own water system. They have their own electrical grid. They have their own things that stop those problems from happening. And yet there's always a place at the school for anybody who needs it. And we are a ship in the storm for many people who are facing difficulties personally in their personal lives, facing difficulties with the other school systems, any students who are challenged behaviorally, academically, anything like that. They can always come to St. Francis for safety, for community, for more one-on-one attention, and really for a community of faith that is going to support them through faith first. And that's how we serve. I found Notre Dame mission volunteers through my mother. My mom was a volunteer herself. She was hired by Sister Rosemary Dybel in about 1995. She's originally from Wisconsin. She moved to New Mexico as a volunteer, and so she had told me about AmeriCorps. But when she moved, she met my dad. She married him. She stayed, and so me and all of my siblings were raised here and went to the school that I serve at currently. And so when I was in college and I was thinking about volunteering, she told me ahead of time that I could apply to the NDMVA and be able to work, and also be working on like student loans and things like that. And so it just all flows naturally from there. I was able to come home. I was able to serve my community, to give back to the community that had given me so much, and also be supported, by this nationwide organization.